Hi guys, welcome to another Barb Stamps video. In today's video, we're going to be using the Thoughtful Blooms stamp set along with the Small Blooms punch that are part of our celebration product offering this year. On page 12 of the celebration brochure, you'll find the Thoughtful Blooms stamp set. It is free with a $50 purchase from my store, shoppingwithbarb.com, and you can add the coordinating small bloom punch when you purchase $100 in my Stampin' Up! Store. So if you purchase $150, and you can get both of these items for free, plus you get some host rewards along with that. There are a number of items that you could choose from the catalog in addition to these two things if you did not like those. We have a number of stamp sets. We have a set of dies. We have a couple packages of designer series paper. Here is one. We have a little sequin package with some metallic thread. We have a little card kit right here. Here's another one of the designer series papers, more stamp sets. We have a bundle stamp set with an embossing folder. And that is it. And when you have a $300 party or order, you will also receive the little ladybug stamp set for free in addition to your other host rewards and celebration rewards. However, the best thing to do during celebration is to join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator, and you can do that with only spending $99. And with your $99, what do you get? You're going to get $125 worth of merchandise out of either of our current catalogs, the annual catalog or the occasions catalog. Plus, you will get a free mini paper trimmer. Adorable little guy. I leave it on my desk all the time. You get a 48 sheet package of our designer series papers. This is a sampler of the papers that are in our occasions catalog, and then a few of the papers from the celebration brochure. You also get to choose another stamp set, or a stamp set, any one you want out of either of our catalogs, not celebration, not host, any price. This stamp set here is one that I am recommending to people. It's called Well Said. You can see it's got a ton of different verses. There are a lot of different occasions in this stamp set. It retails for $45. Your other $125, you can add this on top of it. You also get a paper pumpkin kit and some business supplies, making the total value of your $99 about $220. So I would love to have you join my team. I'll have a link in the description box. You can go ahead and do that right now, or if you need to email me for further information, you can email me at barb@barbstamps.com. So let me get the card that we're going to make today. All right, here is the card we're going to create today. It's a happy birthday card and doubles as a gift card holder also. We're using our little note cards and envelopes for this. So let me get the supplies and we will get started. All right, here's our supplies. We are going to be using one of our little scalloped note cards and envelopes for this project. These come in 4 different colors. They come in Calypso Coral, Old Olive, Blushing Bride, and Balmy Blue. And you can see you have a note card along with a coordinating envelope that also has a scalloped edge. I've got some early espresso, some berry vanilla, and some Sahara Sand cardstock. I've got a strip of vanilla here. This is a 1-inch. The length isn't super important because we're going to trim that off. And so let me get started here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this card because I'm not going to actually use it the way it was designed. I'm going to change it up just a little bit. So I'm going to slide this into my trimmer and I am going to just cut off the edge. And then this little piece here, I'm going to cut off that little, what's left of the fold line there. Okay, we're done with that. We have our card base, which is early espresso. I'm going to add this piece to the middle, and then I thought we could add this piece to the middle too. I am going to trim this just a little bit more. I'm going to trim about 1/4 of an inch off of it. There we go. So that it's kind of equal on all sides for the inside here. So this is going to be our inside layer, so we can go ahead and do a little bit of decoration on here. So I'm going to start out with the early espresso and this kind of leafy flourish from the stamp set here. Here's my ink. Boy, we have got a big mess going on here, don't we? And I am just going to ink that up and stamp it right here down in the corner of this Blushing Bride layer. Then I am going to ink up this little flower image here in Blushing Bride, and I'm going to stamp it on a scrap of Very Vanilla. And then I'm going to bring in my little small bloom punch. It just goes right over that perfectly. And then I'm going to just add this right to the center here with a little bit of glue. Well, I have some snail here that's handy. I don't know where my other glue is, but I will find it. I'm just going to add that right there. And then we're just going to add this to the inside of the card. So my vanilla layer is 4 by 5 1/4. And then my Blushing Bride layer is 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay, then we're going to add this to the inside of the card. Oops, my snail just ran out. All right, I found my glue. We're going to add this to the inside of the card. You guys got to kind of bear with me. I'm kind of making this card off the cuff. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to use these cute little note cards, and I kind of wanted to use the whole thing. Okay. So then what I thought, I would take the coordinating envelope and I would glue that to the other side of the inside of the card, and that way, this is going to be a birthday card. So you could add a gift card in here, a sweet little message. You could add some cash, you know, whatever you wanted to put in here. There we go. And that way we will use the whole thing. All right. So that inside of the card is done. Now for the outside of the card, I am going to clean off my little kind of flourishy leaf image here, and we're going to use the Blushing Bride. And I'm just going to kind of do some random stamping on this thing with my Blushing Bride ink. Try to make it look fairly random. There we go. We'll just keep adding the images until we're happy with what we've got. And I think that will be perfect. Okay, so that is going to go on the front of our card about like so. Then we have our strip of Very Vanilla. And I wanted to snip the end off. I've got my banner triple punch here. We'll slide that in. And we'll just snip that right off. And that is going to go across the card like so. So I've got this cute little embellishment kit here, and it happens to have some Blushing Bride pieces in it. So it's got 4 different colors. It's got Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Coastal Cabana, and then Blushing Bride. And so we've got all these fun little die-cut, stitched felt pieces. And I kind of thought maybe one of these little flowers, one of those, and one of those. There's just all kinds of fun little treats in here. Okay, move this out of the way. I've got my scrap of Sahara sand here, so I'm just going to punch myself out a 2-inch circle. All right, I think I'm done with this color of ink. I still need that because I do need to stamp some flowers. So I've got the same one we used on the inside of the card here. I also have the little bit smaller image that we'll ink up a couple times, and we're just doing Blushing Bride on Blushing Bride. Crop these out. Whoops, that one needs to be a little higher up. Try that. There we go. Punch these out. Went a little rogue on me there. All right, so we've got our 3 little flowers. And then with those little flowers, I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to change the end, so I'm going to unlock it. And I'm going to give myself the stylus end. Lock that back together. So I'm going to take my little flower and I'm just going to press the stylus end into the flower into my palm. And that's going to kind of make it a little more 3D that way. So when I add them to my project, then they have a little more dimension, a little more fun. Okay, so now we need to do a little assembly, and it's like I said, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I do have my sentiment here from Itty Bitty Greetings. I'm going to use the Happy Birthday sentiment here. So I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and I am going to use this ink again. I thought I was done, but alas, I was not. So we're just going to stamp Happy Birthday right down there. I think we're done with this one here. Get rid of that. We're done with those. Okay, trying to give myself a little bit of room here so I don't make a gigantic mess. And I'm going to bring in my classic label punch, and I'm going to snip out the Happy Birthday. You can see I am having the Happy Birthday over to the left. Okay. And we are going to go ahead and attach this to the front of the card. Oops, this might be plugged. There's a little tip for you. If your glue gets plugged, I just have this little piece of foam and I have some needles on it. And I just kind of push the needle up into the tip of my glue, and that usually will push, if I have some kind of a glue booger or something in there, it'll push that right out of the way. And then I can use it. So we are going to attach this right to the front of the card. Like so. Okay. There we go. And then we have our little strip here. And I thought it would be kind of fun if we actually stuck this little guy on there. It's so cute. But we're going to cut it in half first so it appears a little longer. So it's got 3 scallops on each side. We're just going to snip that right in half. And then I just need to figure out where I'm going to attach my banner piece here. Oh, I must have a pretty good glue booger in there. All right, so I thought I would attach it about like so, having it overhang the little scallop piece by a bit. Get that pressed into place, try to make sure that it's nice and even. And then our little circle here, we're going to attach with some dimensionals. So we can add a oops, I only need 2. We're going to do one at the top, one at the bottom. This is a scrap. I love using my scraps, because no one's ever going to know that there's a little part of a car under there. Okay, so we're going to attach this about like so. And then I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue to the backs of these little felt scallop pieces. And I'm just going to tuck them under just a tiny bit. And so it's going to actually look like I have the whole thing. So there's a little cheater trick for you. And we'll just lift that up and slide that one under a little bit more so it's kind of right at the edge. Try to make it even. It wasn't quite even. Okay, so we're going to let that dry while we mess with our little flowers. So I'm going to add these with glue dots. So I'm going to open up my glue dots here, and I am just going to press each one onto a glue dot. There we go. And then I can just take them off and set them right on my circle. Okay. Kind of press down in the centers with the Take Your Pick tool. Bring in some of my pearls and my Take Your Pick tool again. I'm going to change back to my little pokey end there. And I'm going to add some pearls got to get under that little guy to the centers of each flower. There we go, one more. Okay, and then our little sentiment piece. Oh my, what did I do with it? All right, so here's our little sentiment piece. I thought I would just add one of these little adorable paper clips because it's the same color. And then I also thought I could add this other little adorable flower. So I'm going to add this to the card. It's a little bit of glue. Okay, and I'm going to set that right up here by the scallops. And then this little guy, I thought maybe I could bring in one of my mini dimensionals. Set that right inside the paper clip. And then I could add my little flower right on top of that. Then the last thing I need to do is just snip off the end here of the banner strip. And there it is. It's finished. So we have a really fun card, a happy birthday card that can be doubled as a gift card holder, money holder, whatever you want to stick in there. So cute. I just love it. So thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel right down here and click that notification bell so you can be reminded when I upload new videos. You can order your Stampin' Up! Supplies at shoppingwithbarb.com. I always have a free gift with purchase. And thanks again for watching and have a great day.